This will be the third video. The first video, we talked about the nose and how to block this stuff in. The second video, we talked about moving these eyebrows up higher to give you more space for the eyes. On this video, we're going to talk about carving in the beard hairs, the mustache hairs, and the hair hairs. So you can see right now, this is a pretty well, it's a flat looking face. And so the wood carving term for that would be like, there's not much movement, right? This mustache, like this whole piece, the wind's blowing whoosh, this way, right? So you got the mustache blowing off to the side. His hair is going to be blowing off to the side too, right? So the beard needs to be blowing off to the side too, whoosh, that way. So what I'm going to show you here is how I do my beard hairs. There's so many different ways. There's so many different carvers out there. There's lots of other videos on YouTube of different channels and stuff. This is just the way I do it this time. There's other ways to do it. So this, I believe, is how you get some movement into the face and not make it so flat, okay? So all I do is I get a pen, the eyebrows end here. I just go like this. Okay. This is trickier because the beard is off to this side, and this way it's off to this right side. So this side is going to be a little bit longer than this side because, like I said, sorry, not the beard, the mustache. Okay, so all I do is go like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a deep cut with my Dremel flex shaft with the Kutzall Extreme Flame Bore. I'm going to make a deep cut right here and right here. I'm not going to touch any of this beard hairs for now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to round off the face. If I got to recarve in the eyes and the eyebrows to round it, I'm going to make the face more round. This is when you can give it cheekbones if you want to. I usually don't. Sometimes I do. It's up to you. But you see what I'm saying? Pretend this is my burr, my Dremel. I'm cutting a deep line here, a deep line here. I round the cheekbones in, and then the beard, I'm not going to touch the beard hairs. I'm going to leave them the way they are right now. Because you can make it so the beard hairs come off the face, or you can make them so they push back from the face. So that's my first step. Okay, so my fan's going, my dust collector's going. This is my dust collector table. I'm not wearing a mask for this carving because I'm doing it live, so I can explain things as I go. I suggest everybody that's getting into wood carving, especially with these Dremels and stuff like that, it creates lots of dust. Get yourself a good dust mask, right? Will probably end up saving many years of your life. So you can see here I already made a mistake. This line comes straight down, this one comes in. So what I want to do is I want to try and fix that. I think I'll bring this one in just a little bit. If it works out, it does. If it doesn't, we move forward and we have fun. Okay, so let's make those deep cuts. All right, so now I'm going to turn the piece on the side. Now I'm going to start rounding this face off. Okay, now get to the other side. It's good to switch between the both sides because that's a good way not to make your piece lopsided. Now you look at your piece and see how does it look. This side's a little bit higher than this side. So we'll just keep on rounding it. Okay, so now I'm going to recarve the eyebrows in to go down the side here. And when I do that, I drop them down. Okay, you can do this, you can do whatever you want, but I bring mine down to make it look like an old weathered man. Remove the wood below the cut. Okay. Hey everybody, quick interruption. You'll see white lines here. The top of those white lines is where I should have stopped carving deep, and I should have left that solid to the face. And that's a good way to get the beard to roll nice and smooth off the face too, right? So you'll see here. See how I went in a second? You see how I went deep down all the way? You don't need to go deep all the way. Just stop just under the eyebrows and carry on the beard later. So I can see this side right here sticks off, right here sticks off a little bit more than that side. So we'll just do this. I think they look pretty equal to me. So this part, that looks like it's a little bit sticking out here too much. So this part is when you can start, like say for example, your cheekbones, you want to give them cheekbones, you can just kind of give it a little bit of a... Just, you can slowly remove some wood here to suck his cheekbones in, okay? So now, let's see what's going on. Let's talk about his inside of his mustache. I don't think, I said I might give this guy teeth. Since it's blowing in the wind, I don't think I'm going to give him teeth. Let's see if we have room to do that. So if we go like this, and then we bring it down here, you just have to adapt and adjust, really. So there's his mustache blowing in the wind. Now do I see, look at this point here, how it's off the side of the nose? Look at this point here, it's still on the nose, see? So how do I adjust for that? Okay, well, his mustache comes right here. That's the way I cut it in. But all you do is you carve deeper. You make it so the mustache comes off here. Then I could push this line over more. You follow me? So let's do this. There's his new mustache line. Okay. Now we'll cut here. Cut here. It's a super windy day. Okay, you see that? So now I'm going to remove some of the wood here. Not too deep though. We got a wormhole. We got a wormhole. Just feather everything down. Okay, so there you go. I could have made this one blow over way more, but I think here we'll try and give this guy some teeth. He'll just have the top row of teeth. So this line here will be his teeth right here. All right. So his bottom lip, let's see, let's make it so it's kind of pushing over. Which way would work? That way, this way, or this way? I think this way would be the best. So what I'm going to do, I should probably switch up my burrs, which I'm going to do. I'll put in this Kutzall extreme taper burr, so I can get a nice straight line in there, hollow out inside here a bit, and have the bottom lip. Okay, so I got the burr in. This guy might end up looking funny, I just don't care. So I know that would be some pretty big teeth right there, so we'll carve on the inside of the line. Okay, now the bottom lip. Now let's hollow out inside there. Okay, we'll give him a bottom. We've got to give him a bottom part of his bottom lip. Now you got to remember, teeth are they're never flat, they round with the face, right? So before I get carried away, how about I slow down, stop, I'll change burrs, and we'll talk about something else. So it's always good to have plenty different types of burrs, okay? So this is, I think it's an old Typhoon burr. You see it's a square shaft, it's got a square bottom on it, and there's a cutter on the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go inside where it's hollow inside his mouth and kind of just square things off. And make it a bit deeper in there when I do this. Don't be afraid to undercut underneath those teeth. It will give it a better effect. Okay. So now you can see we're starting to get movement in his face, right? I'm doing a whole bunch of different things here, so you don't know if this is going to turn out or not. So now let's talk about the beard hairs. Okay, we got our mustache established, we got our teeth established, we got our bottom lip there, right? I carved it. I'll clean this stuff up later. So our mustache. So you think a normal face, I don't have a picture to show you, but a normal face, like he would have sideburns. So the beard connects with the hair, right? It does. The sideburns would go up here and then it would push back and your hair would be back here. So let's start the beard like this. Let's do this. Sorry, I don't know if you're going to be able to see, but we're going to make it so the beard's super thin here, because remember it's blowing this way, and we're going to go like this. So I'm going to make a deep cut all along this. I should have cleaned this out first, but I didn't. So I'm going to make a cut all the here. I'm going to take away the wood behind the beard to make the beard elevated, and this side too. Let's do this. This is simple. Just make a cut here, right? Take this wood back down lower, a bit lower, to separate the beard from the hair, and then we'll start shaping the beard. Okay, so I'm going to put my Kutzall Extreme Flame Burr back in, and I think I'll do this as a super time lapse because I don't know if you guys need to see all this. It's just going to be a cut right here and removing this wood to elevate the beard. Bobby Dazzler. Okay, so I got it set up here for a few minutes just so you guys can see like the way it looks like with shadows and stuff like that. So you can see here on both sides how the beard sticks off from the face now, right? It's not as far off as the nose or this cheek, but it sticks off. So now you guys have the opportunity to do what you want to do. What I'm going to do now is take these down a little bit because I just want it to roll off a bit smoother. And I'm going to make a cut right here, like whoosh, because all the hair is going to be flowing this direction to match the mustache and the beard. And that's going to be it for this video. In the next video, we'll talk about beard hair textures because there's so many different things you can do on that too. So let's get this cut in and carry on. Okay, so you got to think of where you want the hair to come off from. So, you know, if you push this back, if you push all this and carve deeper in here, but because the hair does come from, there would be an ear hair, hair would come from behind the ear, right? So I think right here, it's going to kind of be like this. Let's just do this to simplify it. And we'll save the textures and stuff for the other videos. Okay, so there's our mark. There's a cut mark. So I'm going to cut here, take some wood away to elevate the hair from the background piece. Okay, so I got it back here so you guys can see a full visual of it. See how the beard wraps around his hair up there? I have to show you. See that? I separated it from the back piece. So this hair in the next video will be like all blowing over. So the next video we'll talk about mustache textures, beard textures, and hair textures. There's a whole bunch of different ways you can do it. I'm just going to do it the way I do it sometimes, and it just kind of simplifies it. You can see here the mustache, where the mustache rides off the face, it comes up a little bit high here. So at this point of the carving, you know, fix what you're able to fix. Do you know what I mean? Just and enjoy it. Sit back, you know, get your coffee, look at the piece, and see what needs to be corrected. It's pretty simple if you look at it. And if you're having a fun time, it doesn't matter if you fail or not. Who cares? And I want to point out one more thing too. This nose. Can you see where it broke? I don't know. I can't. You see any glue? I don't know. I can't. But if you're going to put a clear coat on this piece when it's finished, that's a good time when you might see a little tiny seam there that's different than the clear coat. That's when you might be able to see that you've used some glue to clean it up. Anyways, that's the end of this one. And I guess I'll start carving the textures in the beard hairs and the hair hairs and get the next video done.